a lot of people talk about lifetime bans for first-time offence, which makes no sense because we don't have that in society at large. And the human condition, the way we learn is by learning from mistakes. And those mistakes often generate regrets, and those regrets prevent those mistakes happening in the future. If I hadn't been given a second chance and come back in, I wouldn't be able to educate people. I wouldn't have been able to force as much change as I have done since. I'd have just disappeared, and this thing would keep happening. So it's one thing, I mean, don't get me wrong, not everybody's going to have the same will or have the background or the culture that I have in education to come back in the will to do what I've done. But I think I'm the greatest example of what a second chance can do and how it can help, and how a lifetime ban to athletes who are generally, it's not their sole fault. We give them kind of complete responsibility for their actions. Whereas often, as we saw with going back to Icarus, it can come from a national source and an international source. The entourage around you is so big, and the pressure is so culturally huge, and the expectations, societal expectations, can be overpowering on these young athletes who, when they start, and imagine pro cyclists, when they start and they just want to ride their bike and get out, they never think they're going to be in the global stage and have to be injecting to fly the flag. That happens because that's then drummed into them. And yet when it comes to punishing them, you only punish them. We need to be punishing the entourage around. And they tried it with the IOC, as we saw in Icarus, trying to ban Russia from the Olympics, and we saw the mess that came to. But that's the only way you start to do it, is by kind of going up the ladder. And that's what you do in criminal law. That's what you do in civil law as well. You try to look for the cause, not the effect.